Hi, everyone. This is Kathy. Welcome to my channel, Kathy Mamelin, Psychic Medium for my twin flames and my soulmates. Welcome, everyone. We are going to do a no contact reading today with our spirit guides. No contact, low communication. What is our person on our mind thinking and feeling? What does spirit want you to know? Use this reading to help you over the next few days, 48 hours, 72 hours, something like that, just to help you to manifest. So let's see what spirit has for you, what they want you to know. Sometimes it's the not knowing that we struggle with. So I do have some charms and some initials today. Maybe we'll get some clues and some evidence, or at least maybe we'll get a little bit of hope and some peace for our thoughts. So let's call in our guides and our angels. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome to anybody that's new. Very grateful. Spirit, please share with me some loving messages for the person on my mind. What is it that you have for us today? What is it that you need us to know? What is going on in this connection at this stage? I don't want to think too far ahead. I'm just going to stay within, say, like I said, set 48, 72 hours, something like that. Just see, I don't want to think too far ahead is basically. Spirit, please share with me more of an immediate energy, short-term energy. I have options. Okay, so that could be you, that could be them. I'm thinking about what my options are, thinking about other people. Should I move on? Should I think about what's ahead of me? I have solving an issue. How do we make things work? What's going to change? So, do we need to come up with an answer to a question that was asked on either side? Like when you tell me what it is that you want, let me know. So there could have been some kind of answer posed that one of you need to respond to, and we're just kind of waiting for a solution. I have multifaceted. I'm juggling a lot of different things, and maybe I'm struggling with, I've got too much going on, whether that's you or them. That could be the ongoing excuse. That could be, I'm always busy, I'm tired, I don't have time for this, Spirit just said. So is that the problem? Is that there's just not enough time for this relationship and we have to find time for each other, or I'm no longer a priority to you and that has changed things? I have chosen, I want to be the one. I have a bride. So there could have been a question that was asked about, where are we headed? Are we ever going to be in a commitment? Are you ever going to want to be in a committed relationship? This feeling of I've waited long enough. Okay, so this could be somebody that we've had a kind of a long-term connection, and I should know by now that where we're headed. And I feel like that not knowing is always the it's the make or break moment. It's this, I'm either going to move on and think about what my options are, or I'm going to, if I know that this is something that you really want, but we're just not doing it today, but it's down the road, then okay, we'll wait until it's the right timing. But I want to know if that's something that you want. So that's where I feel like I'm going through. Being in your face. Okay, that's a little bit of a jealousy energy. Okay, so that came into me as somebody either doesn't like to see you with somebody else, didn't like seeing you with somebody else. Could be perfectly okay that you're dating. Maybe you haven't been with anybody for a while, or this person for a while, but I felt very jealous and very envious for a moment there. So somebody's very jealous. I have sexual or sensual photos. Okay, I kept photos of you. If we have photos, I'm still looking at those. And I have been hiding from you. I haven't been able to face you face to face. So if you feel like they're definitely avoiding me, they're definitely going out of their way to not see me or not bump into me. Spirit's saying they have something to hide. Love wins. Okay, at the bottom of my deck. I'm going to say they have something to hide. What was the something? Some of you already know, okay, that they have something to hide. They could be hiding their feelings. They could be hiding that they're embarrassed about behavior of some kind. Bottom of the deck, I have, I lied to you. That's a hard one because it depends on the lie. It depends on what was said and how it was said and how long the lie went on, things like that. Bottom of the deck, I do have, I'm still hoping and praying, and I have this kind of daydreaming energy. So I'm going to say, I'm going to put in the category for a moment of I made some big mistakes. Maybe at the time I didn't want to confess. I didn't want to say something that would hurt you. Sometimes people tell lies because they think if you know the truth, it would hurt you more. But then you find out it was a lie. So, you know, it's just like, you're better off just knowing the truth. Just tell me the truth. The truth hurts, but I'd rather know. I have 1222, so 222 on the clock when I'm recording this. We'll grab that angel number. I have an Empress. I have a Hanged Man. I have a King of Pentacles. And I have a Queen of Swords. This Empress and Queen of Swords, I felt that you're not waiting for anyone. I really feel like it's a make or break moment. I do. I feel like this person has to come forward, admit what they said in the moment wasn't true, admit what they said when they were upset wasn't true. Sometimes people, when they're upset, they say things they didn't really mean. So it feels more along those lines. Like, I was upset. I didn't really mean it. I just said it because I was mad. So there's a part of me that's saying that. But you definitely are like, I have to know where we're headed, and this kind of waiting for this king energy, for this king to decide. It's a little bit of, you've given this person enough time. So this feeling of I've waited long enough is on your side. I've been waiting for you. I've been waiting for answers. I've been giving you time. I've been patient. I'm still living in limbo. I still don't know where I stand. So not that you're giving this person an ultimatum. It's that you have to choose whether you are going to keep waiting or you're going to move on with your life. Yeah, here's the Three of Swords. Either way, you're heartbroken right now because you are struggling with this kind of waiting game. I have an Ace of Cups. I have a Two of Wands. I got to tell you, it came into me as I will always love you. You know, people go through a lot, don't they? There's, you know, you look at relationships and sometimes you can't even imagine what two people go through in a long-term relationship. You don't even know the half of it. So here is this feeling of, I will always love you no matter what. That could be you, that could be them. You both could feel this way, and we're both at a stalemate. Neither one of us are willing to admit our faults, or we're wrong, or we can't come up with a solution, or we keep fighting the same battle. I will always love you. I will love you. Oh, I will love you forever, no matter what. I do feel that it's, you don't just stop loving somebody. There's a sense of I will always love you, and I miss you. I mean, am I hiding? Yeah, I'm hiding because sometimes if I see you or I hear your voice, I'm going to lose it. Okay. If I see you and hear you, I can't handle it. Okay. So there's a part of me that says, is this person avoiding you just because they can't handle the emotional, what would it feel like to see you again? What is it going to, what is my emotions going to be when if I could just hold you in my arms again, something like that. So I'm really struggling with that. Spirit, please share with me, what is blocking this connection? Anything that is blocking this connection that we can take a look at? I have trying to fix them. You can't fix them. It's rusty nails. There's a lot of worn out feelings there out in the weather, right? The rust being out in the weathered energy. They have to want to change. You either have to accept them or you have to let them go. And maybe that is something that they walked away from, like, hey, this is what it is. And if you don't like it, then you have to decide, is this what you want or don't want? So you can't fix it. It's a sense of take it or leave it. And that might be the ultimatum. Maybe it's not enough for you. I'm holding on. You must release old ties in order to have a fresh start with somebody new. For some of you, am I holding on to something that I can't fix? Am I holding on to a person that they don't want to fix things? They don't want to put the energy. It's going to take two to be in this. Not being you. You're trying to project a perfect image, but it's not really you. Take off the mask and be yourself. Right now, you could be trying to give them the impression that you're fine. I'm not hurt. I'm going out with my friends. Maybe they've even seen you out, or you've posted pictures of you being out. And you know that they're going to see them. You know that they're watching you. You know that they're following you. Just be yourself. You know, the reason why they love you, fell in love with you for a reason. So be that person, okay? Don't be anything different, because they'll come back to the person they fell in love with. So that's, you don't need to change to recapture them. They already, what did they just say? I will always love you, you know, so you've already captured them. We're just struggling with, how do we make this work? Something isn't working in this connection. Losing myself. I feel lost with this partnership. It's okay to be yourself and have your own life too. Somebody felt like they were being held back. I want to be with my friends. Don't tell me what to do. Don't tell me where to work or what I should be doing. Don't tell me to do this or that. It's not your life. It's my life. So yeah, when we're a couple, we try to make decisions together, but ultimately it is their life and their decisions, unless it's hurting you. Ambivalent. You say you want a lover, but you're not all in. Take time to figure out what you want. I'm not interested in being just your lover. So that could be going on with, I'm not interested in just having a physical relationship with you. And yeah, maybe that works for you, but it's not working for me. My heart is attached. Okay. I want to know where I stand. I want to know what these feelings are. I want to know, you know, are you just want me because we're having a physical relationship, or are you in love with me? So that could you definitely need to know the answer to that. And if they, you know, the clues are you don't do anything in public, you don't go anywhere, you don't ever see their friends or family, you haven't met anybody in their life, they come over, come over late at night, that's a physical connection. Yeah, it might be great. They may be intimate with you. You may enjoy your time together, but is it ever going to be a couple? Is it ever going to be, in the real world, so to speak? I have rushing. You can't hurry love. The right one is coming in perfect divine timing. So are you trying to make somebody into a relationship that they don't want to be in? Are you trying to decide for yourself what it is that you want? Okay, just remember, separations and no contact gives you an opportunity to take some time to see what your feelings are. Okay, initially it's, I just want my person back. I just want my life back. And then it starts to change a little bit to what's working and what's not working for me. So if you're going through some of those stages, take that time to think about what's best for you. Okay, let's see what else they want to say. I'm always looking for you at airports. I'm always looking for you I'm going to say different places, okay? Places that we used to go, restaurants, places that I know that you frequent. I'm always keeping my eyes open. So this person and you may cross paths because you're used to the same routine. So it's almost like I'm afraid to bump into you. I'm afraid if I see you again, what the feelings are going to be, things like that. Our beliefs were just too different. I couldn't reconcile mine to yours. So that feels like an excuse to me that we're too far apart. You know, the person who says, you know, we just don't have enough. Well, that's not true. We can create a life together. So they're using maybe that as an excuse. Family, culture, something like that. It's always been you. I don't know how to tell you the truth, but I do want a new beginning. So this person has to get the courage. I feel like doesn't mean that they're not an adult, doesn't mean that they're not a grown person, but they have to get the courage to either admit their feelings or commit to, I do want a future with you in some way, whatever that is. But they feel like they're appeasing you. They don't want to say it because they're just appeasing you, Spirit's saying. They don't want to say it because that's what you want to hear. They want to say it because that's what they want. So that's what they're taking the time to do. I didn't realize I love you until it was too late, and I'm sorry. Sometimes the space and the separation allows us to hurt, and the hurting allows us to feel. So all of a sudden we realize, like, hey, I feel empty. I have this hole in my heart. This doesn't feel good. You know, what was I thinking? So let's get some initials. Maybe we'll get a clue as to your person. So let's get a handful of initials and see if we can get your initials, their initials, on your mind. So I have the letter K, P, another P. I have a V. I have an O. I have the letter Z. I have an E, W, J. I have the letter R. I have a C today. I have another R. I have an H, and I have an S. Okay. So for some of you, you definitely, maybe you got your person's initials or their first name. Maybe you got lucky and spelled a name, something like that. Let's see what sign they may be. Let's grab one of those, some of those. Spirit, what sign could they be? Could be your sign, their sign. I have a Leo. I have a Virgo. I have a Libra. I have an Aries. And I have a Pisces today. Okay, so we will take those as clues. Spirit, tell me more about this connection. What is important for us to know? Spirit just said sometimes we need the space, and maybe you're realizing that even though it hurts, maybe this is what this connection needed so that we could see it a little bit better, or we can decide for ourselves what's going to work. I have protection, taking care of yourself as well as the relationship. So I'm definitely trying to figure out what's best for me, this make or break moment. I have awareness, being distracted and filling life with other things. Looking for love, being out there trying to date other people, hurrying up to try to fill that void, hurrying up to get the next girlfriend or boyfriend to prove to the other person, like, see, I didn't need you. You know, those are all kind of petty games. And in the end, somebody else gets hurt because they said, I will always love you. And they're obviously not over you. So dating somebody else, that person is like a holding spot, you know, holding place until they decide what they want to do with you. So that's not fair at all. I have love blooms, a romance blossoms into full bloom, unfold beauty and possibilities. When I asked them what's going on with that, they said it's a quick turnaround, is how they said it to me. So we kind of go from not hearing from them to all of a sudden it feels like a change of heart is a better way for me to say than quick turnaround. But I feel like what they've been saying up until now has been very defensive, very, you're attacking me. And you weren't attacking them. You were just taking care of yourself. You were just saying, hey, there's two people in this relationship. It's not all about you. So I don't feel like they looked at it that way. I feel like now that they've calmed down, now that they've had a chance to think about things, and they realize that maybe they have been with other people in between. Maybe they've gone out on dates. They might have even slept with other people. Wouldn't be happy about that, but they may have. And maybe they realize that, you know what, that isn't helping. That's not helping them. It's not helping your connection. It's making things worse. And then it's a little bit of an epiphany moment, that quick turnaround, that change of feelings, that 180, okay, where how defensive they were to, that's not helping me. And they I don't know, they push that energy away, and then they either go back to the loving person that you were in love with to begin with. They go back to fairness, Spirit saying. They go back to, can we talk, Spirit saying. So there's an energy of, this isn't how we made it work up until now. And that person comes back. Okay. The person that you know, the person that you can talk to, the person who isn't just defensive and slinging words at you. An enchanted whisper. Listen to your heart and take a chance. So when they come back, you know, they're gonna whisper sweet nothings. I love you. I miss you. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said those things. They didn't mean anything to me. And we want it to all go away. We want to just go back to the life that we had with them. But there's now this kind of, you know, hole in the road that has to be patched. And we can't just ignore it. We can't just like ride over it and expect, you know, not to fall in. So we have to address what has happened, even with the apologies. Apologies doesn't take the pain away. It's the starting point of healing. Okay. So that would be the way to look at it, is like, okay, we apologize. We both admitted that we want to continue doing this. We both say it's still worth it to us. We love each other. We want to try again, all of those things. So that's when the healing begins. And that's when the person who you love and the person who you are praying comes back to you, not the defensive, angry person, is back in it, is how I feel. Let's get some charms. Let's see what we have. I have an Aries. Okay. I have an Aquarius. I have a Aquarius. Okay, so Aquarius again. All right, so I have some flowers blooming here. Some big flowers. They feel like either big, like hydrangea bushes. They could be hibiscus, big flower. They feel like big blooming flowers. So maybe it's a bush in our yard. Maybe I have flowering bushes, and maybe when those bushes flower. That's a kind of a timeline. I'm going to go with these two scissors because they're both jumping out at me, and the fact that I have two of them. So the scissors are open. In order for me to cut ties, I'd have to close the scissors. So neither one of us have cut the tie, is how I feel. So otherwise they'd be a pair of scissors that weren't open. I feel like neither one of us have let go. Neither one of us will officially end it, even though we're in this no contact. I feel there's a part of me that feels like we've done this before. We've gone days before. This might be the longest we've ever gone without talking, something like that. But neither one of us are really truly ready to cut ties and move on. So the energy is still connected. Okay, so I have this kind of dress up shirt and a hat. I don't know, a little bit of formality there for some reason. It feels like somebody older was asking about you. So it could be somebody you're very close to on their side. Like you're very close to their mother. You're very close to their grandmother. And they don't understand why you're not around. They don't understand what's going on. So they could be talking to your person and saying, what is going on? Like, you need to talk. So whoever this person is, they're saying you admire this person, you respect this person. They are on your side. Okay. They actually see your side. They're trying to not get involved, Spirit's saying, but they do see your side and they are thinking about you. And they love you very much too. So there's a sense of their family is kind of questioning your person's actions right now as well. I have a hands, two hands. It came into me as two hands are better than one. I'm not doing well by myself. Okay, two hands are better than one. And then I have, this is supposed to say something. What does this say? The number 9. I gotta redo these. The number 9, September. Okay. I have a tree, planting a tree, watching the leaves grow. We need to grow. Also a feeling of we have deep roots. And you don't just stop loving somebody. You can walk away and be mad and I'm not going to talk to you and, you know, but you don't just wake up one day and say, I don't love you anymore. Like that doesn't happen. People pull away emotionally a lot sooner, a long time ago before they actually leave a situation. Like emotionally, they're already gone. So that I'm going to go with these lips that I want to kiss you. I miss kissing you. I can't wait to kiss you again, something like that. So those are some clues. I like I really like the scissors because I feel like neither one of us have cut the ties. I really did like that. Let's get some final love messages. I'm going to say that the healing begins with apologies. Okay, so you could be trying to heal right now. You could be trying to pray for them to be doing some healing. You can't fix them. The healing will begin when we both are able to talk. Can we talk? And then I also like this feeling of a change of heart or this quick turnaround, like that change of mind energy, like they just decide, you know, and that's usually what happens in a no contact, that they haven't spoken to you. It builds and it builds and it builds until they just basically say F it and pick up the phone and need to hear your voice and say, we need to talk, you know, like enough is enough. So I feel like that's the quick turnaround. I feel like it's that person goes from maybe one day they're in no contact, and the next day they have to hear your voice, they have to see you. So that is what I think Spirit was talking about. Spirit, can I have some loving messages? Please don't give up on us. Okay. I have your picture on my phone and I look at it all the time. You will forever be my always. You make my heart happy. So even with whatever we're going through, I still am happy thinking about you. I wonder if I'm on your mind as much as you're on mine. When I look in your eyes, I see my whole future. So they could be missing looking into your eyes. You and I will always be unfinished business. We're having a hard time. We're having a hard time with, we can't ever let each other go. We can't ever cut that string. No matter how hard we try, we find our way back to each other again. Trust me, I'm not the same person I was before. Are they learning through this experience? They could be. And we belong together. I have hope. I do. I have hope. Give this person a chance to figure out that they miss you and that, they're not whole without you, and that they could be with other people, but they're not you. There's an intense feeling in this particular connection that you always find your way back together. So believe in that. I'm going to put this out into the universe for today. I want to thank Spirit for these messages. I want to thank you for being here at this channel. I want to welcome anybody that was new. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, claim it, own it, it's yours. Comment below if it helped you or you connected to it. Thank you for your comments. If you'd like to book a private reading with me, please visit my website, KathyMammelonPsychicMedium.com. I did upload recently some new readings that are half-hour readings and a new or redesigned mini reading. So if you're interested in that, that's on my website. I hope you enjoyed your reading today, and we'll see you all again real soon.